الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Honorable organizers, excellencies, ambassadors, high commissioners, fellow diplomats, distinguished guests, and esteemed young leaders here in this hall tonight. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Salam sejahtera dan salam youth, the young leaders of the world, the coming young leaders, welcome and thank you so much to give me this great honor to be among you this night. It's a great privilege and a great honor to be with you this evening at this distinguished symposium. I stand before you tonight as a witness to the growing importance of multilateralism in our rapidly evolving world. Today, multilateralism, the idea that international issues should be addressed through cooperation and collaboration between multiple nations, has become increasingly crucial in solving problems like climate change, economic inequality, pandemics, and conflict resolution. However, there is a growing concern that multilateral institutions and mechanisms are not always functioning effectively or equitably. We live in a time where global challenges transcend borders, and no nation can afford to address them alone. These dilemmas call for cooperation, dialogue, and concrete efforts across nations and continents. Having spent years navigating the intricate world of diplomacy, I have had the privilege of engaging with diverse governments, international organizations, and multilateral frameworks. My role as a diplomat has been shaped by the recognition that diplomacy is not just about negotiation, but also about fostering understanding, building partnership, and ensuring that the voice of nations, no matter how large or small, are heard and respected in the global stage. One of the most valuable lessons I have learned is the importance of trust building and diplomacy that transcends political and ideological divides. Diplomatic efforts, especially in multilateral contexts, are about creating space for dialogue where nations can collectively address shared concerns, all while respecting their sovereign rights and cultural differences. In my capacity as Yemen representative, I'm proud to highlight Yemen's commitment to multilateralism. Despite the challenges we face, Yemen has always supported international efforts aimed at peace, security, and development. We understand that in a world of interdependence, no nation stands alone. One concrete example of Yemen's commitment to multilateralism is our active participation in the United Nations peacekeeping and conflict resolution efforts. Yemen has long advocated for the peaceful resolution of conflicts and has contributed to dialogues aimed at fostering regional stability. Our participation in the United Nations-led peace talks surrounding the Yemeni conflict is an example of our commitment to diplomatic process that involve the international community rather than unilateral action. Now, as we gather tonight with youth at the heart of this symposium, I want to emphasize that the role of young people in strengthening multilateralism cannot be overstated. You, the youth, are the torchbearers of the future, and your ability to drive change is pivotal, and ensuring that multilateralism evolves to meet the challenges of tomorrow. Youth today are better connected than ever before. The digital age has provided you with platforms to engage globally, voice your opinions, and mobilize of causes that resonate with you, whether through environmental movements, societal justice campaigns, or advocacy of international peace. Young people are showing the world that collective action is possible, and they are demanding accountability from political leaders. One remarkable example is the youth-led climate movement that has spread across the globe, highlighting the urgency of multilateral action in addressing climate change. Young leaders are not only speaking for their generation, but are also calling upon the global community to act as one. This is a perfect demonstration of how the youth can advocate for multilateral solutions to a shared global dilemma. And one of the most vivid examples of the power of youth influence, we have all seen how the youth of the free world have demonstrated a strong cross-border movement and have issued a strong unified voice in supporting of the just cause and the rights of the Palestinian people against the crimes of genocide. The roaring voice, Free, Free Palestine, had a great impact in mobilizing and moving many political positions of the countries of the world in favor of the free and steadfast Palestinian people on their land. In the same vein, your generation's commitment to tackling issues such as poverty, inequality, and human rights abuse aligns with the goals of multilateralism. By advocating for the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, you can push for stronger international cooperation and ensure that future generations inherit a more just and sustainable world. In my country, Yemen, young people played a prominent and influential role in deepening multilateralism. After COVID-19 pandemic invaded my country, Yemen, hundreds, even thousands of young Yemeni doctors and health workers from all over the world gathered to organize themselves into highly professional working groups. And they collected with them many others from around the world in order to set up a lot of policies to help the official authorities in Yemen to overcome the pandemic. In conclusion, the global challenges we face today are too complex and too interconnected for any one nation to solve alone. Multilateralism offers the best framework for collective action, and diplomats play a central role in facilitating this cooperation. But the youth, your energy, your ideas, and your drive will determine the future of multilateralism. I urge you all as young leaders to continue striving for a world where collaboration supersedes division, where dialogue overcomes conflict, and where multilateralism is not just a principle, but a way of life. Together, let us build a future where global cooperation leads to shared prosperity, peace, and security for all. And thank you so much.